Okay, let's move to some single player and single team awards. Let's start with the MVP of the AL.
All right.
Nate, who do you got for the MVP of the AL?
American League, Mike Trout, reigning MVP winner. He's going to take it back-to-back years. This guy's going to bat his best, 339 average in 2015. This kid is on his way to the top. He's going to hit 37 home runs, 114 RBI, and he's going to do. He's going to have a 30-30 year. He's going to steal 36 bases. Nobody's going to be even close to him in the race. Nobody.
James, who do you
All
got?
right. Well, I didn't have the Angels making the playoffs, so I feel like that would have hurt Mike Trout. So I've got Jose Abreu carrying the White Sox to a playoffs. I feel like he's going to be 40 home run guy. He's going to hit around 300, over 100 RBIs, and I feel like he's just going to carry their offense and them into the playoffs.
I have Jose Abreu too here. I agree with James. I think he's going to be the next Pujols-like player in baseball, and I think this is the year he really starts his accelerant to the top. I think he will be a 40 home run guy too. I think he's going to have that kind of pop.
Well, that's a very good pick for both of you guys after that rookie season he had. That's outstanding. I haven't seen a rookie do that in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, let's move to the NL. Who do you got for MVP for the NL?
I've been praising this guy since the beginning, Giancarlo Stanton. Big money, big name. This guy's going to do it all, man. I mean, his average ain't going to be there. I mean, he's going to hit a little bit below 300, which is still, really good. This guy's going to hit 49 home runs. He's going to lead the majors in home runs this year, and he's going to hit 49, and I bet you 40 of those are going to be over 500 feet. But he's going to take it all the way with 121 RBIs, and he's going to finish at the top. He's going to have a close race, but I think he's got it.
I've got Stanton too, actually.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason I'm choosing Stanton is because I think he's going to have that little chip in his shoulder proving that he can still do it, and he's going to just go out there and kick butt.
Yep.
So
I feel like that big contract won't affect him at all.
No,
He's going to go out there, he's going to play ball, hit over 40 bombs. I've got Giancarlo as well.
Oh, wow.
Stanton
for the NL.
I think he's a lock there, guys.
All right, let's move to the Cy Young for the AL. James, who do you got?
I got King Felix, man. I feel like he's the best pitcher in the AL right now, and he's gonna take it away.
Nate, who do you got?
I guess we're going to do this. I got King Felix as well, Felix Hernandez. This guy's going to win 18 games this year, and he's going to have a higher strikeout total than he did last year. He's gonna have 249 Ks, and also that's going to be a really tough race there. For anybody to even catch King Felix. I'm not saying it's going to be a tough race between three guys. I'm saying it's going to be tough to catch that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. It's going to be tough to catch King Felix, and I think it's going to be between him and Chris Sale. I really do. I think it's Chris Sale and King Felix all the way. But in the end, I think Chris Sale is going to end up winning it. And the reason I say that is because I think Chicago is going to have just a monster year. So I got Chris Sale winning the Cy Young Award for the AL.
All right.
The NL Cy Young Award winner, James.
Clayton Kershaw. Nobody's going to knock him off the mountaintop. That's all I have to say.
There's no way. I've got Kershaw too, guys. Kershaw is the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, and he will be until he doesn't want to be anymore, pretty much.
Y'all aren't going to believe who I got. I got Clayton Kershaw. He's going to win his 5th Cy Young Award in the last 6 years. This guy is going to go in the Hall of Fame first ballot, no doubt. This guy's got the Cy Young in the NL.
I thought you were going to say Max Scherzer, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move to an interesting choice here for all of us is the Rookie of the Year. Let's start off with you, James. Who do you got for the AL Rookie of the Year?
AL Rookie of the Year. Don't know if any of you guys have heard of this guy, but I've got Steven Salza. He's the Tampa Bay outfielder. They almost compare him to a Ben Zobrist where he can play a lot of positions. But I think he's going to have a really good year for them. Obviously, they're not going to have a good year, but I feel like he's going to be a bright spot in their offense. So
yeah. Well, another guy you guys may not have heard of. He's a shortstop currently in the Cleveland Indians system right now. He's going to be up in the majors this year, no doubt. Francisco Lindor. He's a 5-tool player. This guy's only 21 years old. He's got what it takes, I think, to not be the next Jeter, but he's got what it takes, I think, to step it up and be one of the best young shortstops in the game. Maybe young Elvis Andrews. How they felt at him whenever he came up for the Rangers. This guy's got what it takes. He's a switch hitter. He throws right-handed. He doesn't really have any power or anything, but the guy's got some speed. And also, I already said this, he's a 5-tool player. You don't get that in a lot of players, but, it's definitely the tools to win a Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I've got Dalton Pompey of the Toronto Blue Jays. He's an outfielder. He's unbelievably quick, and I actually think he's going to be one of the main reasons they win that division. So let's move to the NL. Nate, who do you got winning the NL Rookie of the Year?
You better buckle up, guys. I got Chris Bryant of the Chicago Cubs, who is currently in the minor leagues, who was sent down right at the end of spring training. That's a big mistake. This guy's going to be brought up, within the first month of the season because they're going to realize what a mistake it was. That guy's going to hit some bombs down there, and they go, okay, well, we need him in our lineup so we can make a push. He's going to do it, man. He's got the talent. He's going to hit 29 home runs this year, even after being called up, probably mid-May.
I think he's going to have a big year, but I've got Jorge Soler. Outfielder last year in 24 games, had 14 extra base hits and 292 average. That was small sample size. He's going to come up. He's going to be ready, even better than he was last year. He'll be able to adjust to pitchers a little bit better. I feel like he's going to have a big year.
Well, what about Tomas, guys? That's who I've got. I've got Tomas of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I think he's going to be one of those guys that kind of goes under the radar, and he's going to be one of those guys that ends up being a very, very solid player in the MLB, and I got him winning the Rookie of the Year in the NL.
Definitely.
All right, let's talk about the Managers of the Year. In the AL, James, you got lots of good choices there. Who do you got winning Manager of the Year in the AL?
All right, just because everybody is looking down on the Rangers, I've got Jeff Bannister winning the Manager of the Year. I feel like nobody's going to see the Rangers coming. Obviously, everyone predicts them lower half of the division. I feel like Bannister is going to be a big part of the Rangers making a wild card spot.
I've got a new manager myself too, but it's not Jeff Bannister. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Kevin Cash, and I simply think that they're going to win more games than people expect them to. I still think they're going to be terrible, but with them needing to rebuild, I think he's the right guy to help that, and I think that people are going to kind of have an eye opener and realize that he was the right hire for Tampa Bay, and I think he's going to win Manager of the Year for that reason.
Well, I got Lloyd McClendon from Seattle Mariners. He's really gonna turn that team around with that. Offense is gonna turn the team around, but he's obviously a part of it.
Yeah.
He's gonna take them to a 99-win season, something they haven't seen, in about 10, 12 years probably since they had that 116-win season.
Yeah.
And they're gonna see the playoffs for the first time since then as well. So it's gonna be interesting.
All right, James, Manager of the Year for the NL.
NL, I've got another team that I have predicted to win the wild card, and I've got Bud Black. They're going to be making the playoffs for the first time since, I believe, 2006. And I think, Bud Black, he's been there since 2006 almost. So I feel like he's finally going to get the honor of being Manager of the Year.
He stuck it out.
Yeah.
The Padres.
Yeah.
And then who do you got win Manager of the Year?
Another back-to-back. I got Matt Williams of the Washington Nationals. Going to take that team to another. He's going to go to the playoffs again. They're going to win 100 games. How's this guy not deserve to win the Manager of the Year?
Man, I've got Mike Redmond of the Miami Marlins. I think they're going to step it up and really excel this year. And I think it's going to be a good stepping stone for them and a little bit of an eye-opener for us as fans to see how good Mike Redmond's done.
Why don't we talk playoffs, guys?
Yeah, let's talk a little playoffs.
All right.
So let's go over who we got winning the divisions again and who our wild card teams are. And then we can talk about the World Series.
All right, so I've got the Orioles winning the division in the East. Then I've got the Tigers winning in the Central, and then the White Sox winning the wild card there. And then I've got Mariners in the West, and then the Rangers winning the wild card there. And then I think it's going to be the Mariners in the World Series for the AL. So.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's see. I got the Seattle Mariners winning the West. Got the White Sox winning the Central. I got the Red Sox winning the East. All right. That's going to lead to a Los Angeles Angels win over Baltimore in the wild card. And that's going to put the Angels and the Mariners in a matchup in the division series. That's going to put the White Sox and the Red Sox in a matchup. I think the Mariners are going to overtake the Angels. I think the Red Sox are going to beat the White Sox. So that's going to leave a Seattle Mariners and Boston Red Sox championship series, which is going to be really exciting to watch all the way through. And surprisingly, I believe the Mariners are going to beat the Red Sox and win the AL pennant.
Okay. Well, I've got the Toronto Blue Jays winning the AL East. I've got Chicago White Sox winning the AL Central. The Detroit Tigers winning a wild card slot in the Central. I've got the Seattle Mariners winning the division in the West. And I've got the Los Angeles Angels winning a wild card in the West. I think in the AL championship game, it's going to be a 7-game series between Seattle Mariners and the Chicago White Sox. And I think that the Chicago White Sox actually end up winning the AL championship.
Okay.
Even though I've completely bought into the Mariners.
Yeah.
I have completely bought into what they're doing. I'm buying into Chicago too, and I think they're going to be an amazing team and have some really, really good things going for them. Now let's talk about the NL. Nate, who do you got winning the divisions and who eventually makes it to the World Series?
Well, the Nationals are going to win the East. All right. I got the Dodgers winning the West and the Cardinals winning the Central. That's going to match up the Marlins and the Padres winning the wild card, and the Padres are going to beat the Marlins in a 1-game playoff. All right. That's going to put the Padres versus the Nationals in one round in the division series, and it's going to put the Dodgers and the Cardinals, the famous playoff rivalry. And the Dodgers are finally going to overcome the Cardinals and make it to the championship series. It's long awaited, and it's going to happen. And then I got the Nationals beating the Padres in 5 games, believe it or not. That's good. The Padres are really going to take it to the Nationals, but I think the Nationals are going to go on to the championship series to play against the Dodgers. And I got the I got the Nationals winning in 5 games to make a matchup in the World Series of the Seattle Mariners and the Washington Nationals. And I've got the Washington Nationals taking it all the way, finally, and winning the World Championship that they so rightly deserve.
You know, Washington is probably the best team in baseball. They probably are the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
So I've got the Washington Nationals win the East with Miami winning a wild card out of the East. I've got the Cardinals winning the Central, and then I've got the Dodgers winning the West with the Padres winning the wild card out of the West. I do think that the Dodgers and Nationals are going to end up playing in the NL championship game. But I think the Nationals are the best team in baseball, and I do think they will get to the World Series. But with Chicago White Sox and the Nationals playing in the World Series, I don't know, guys. You look at the numbers, it screams, choose the Nationals.
Definitely.
My heart says that the Chicago White Sox are going to win the World Series.
Someone is sold on Chicago.
Chicago is telling me and screaming they're going to win the World Series, and I think the Chicago White Sox are going to win the World Series.
All right. Well, I got Nationals winning, obviously. I got Cardinals, Cubs as a wild card, and then the Dodgers and San Diego as a wild card. It's going to be Dodgers, Nationals, championship division series. But Nationals are going to win out, and they're going to win the World Series.
All right. Nationals 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
What do you know, guys? All right, those are our predictions for 2015. Let us know what you think. Who had the best choices and why?
Thanks for making this one of the best shows we've done so far. One of the most fun.
Thanks, guys. This is the MLB Talk Show, the Triple Play. If you have any questions, find us on Facebook or Twitter. Again, this is James Grove. I'm Grayson, CeBallos, and Nate Olsen. Thank you so much for watching, guys.